In a world where stone castles meet azure skies, we find ourselves gazing upon an impressive fortress. This ain't just any old building. It's the kind of place that screams exclusive club. As we enter, a hall filled with students dressed in crisp uniforms comes into view. It's got that classic school vibe, but you can tell this place is something special. Among the students, our main guy sits reflecting on his past. It's been a minute since he graduated university, and now he's back in high school. Talk about a weird déjà vu. Snapping back to reality, he holds a shiny golden pocket watch, feeling a sense of satisfaction. It's not just any timepiece. Ah, yes, the Stella Pocket Watch. It's like the VIP badge for students at the Stella Magic Academy. If you have this, you'll receive much better treatment and service than those with most Magic Warrior licenses. Sounds like the ultimate VIP pass in the magical world, doesn't it? Our main character, who's sporting that classic anime protagonist look, is daydreaming about using this mysterious license. He's already planning his big adventures. Gotta love the optimism. Meanwhile, his eagerness is so intense, he's practically tapping a beat on his desk. This guy's ready to bolt out the door and make some magic happen. The grand doors of what seems to be a prestigious academy creak open, setting the scene for something big. Probably the start of the academic year, or a fancy magical gathering. Suddenly, a commanding voice fills the room, instructing everyone to sit. This faceless figure seems to be the boss around here, and nobody's messing with him. With a swift motion, the faceless instructor grabs a stack of papers. It's official, folks. Exam time is upon us, and there's no turning back now. Attention, everyone. The exams are about to begin, so put away everything except your writing supplies. Even in a world of magic, exams are still a thing. Those who use glasses will be examined first. Our protagonist looks a bit puzzled but determined. His magical school adventure is about to get real. Wait a minute, an exam right after the entrance ceremony? This place doesn't mess around. Talk about a plot twist. Stella Academy's curriculum is no joke. It's more rigorous than most Korean universities. You thought Hogwarts was tough? Think again. Day 1, and they're already throwing exams at the students. Our hero's got his hands full, but he seems ready to take on the challenge. The name of this infamous test? The Class Organization Exam. Sounds intense. The mysterious figure with a blurred face announces the start of a class placement exam. It's the moment everyone has been waiting for, and the anticipation is in the air. The same mysterious figure, wearing a sharp trench coat, commands the room with authority as he orders the exam to begin. The tension is palpable as the students brace themselves. A mysterious voice echoes, likely from the figure, indicating the importance of this test. It's time to see who's got the brains and who's just here for the snacks. A dramatic pause with the title of the manhwa, reminding us that this is just the beginning of a wild ride. An ominous sound effect reverberates through the classroom, echoing the heartbeat of every anxious student. One unlucky student stares at the exam paper like it's written in alien hieroglyphics. Ha! I have no idea what it says, he thinks. Welcome to the club, buddy. He's trying to keep his cool, pen poised, but inside he's thinking, this is quite tricky. You can almost hear the gears grinding in his brain. The dreaded class placement exam is all anyone can talk about. It's the ultimate test to sort the wizards from the wannabes. This exam is notorious for being a real brain buster, unrelated to the entrance exam. The stakes are high, and the difficulty is through the roof. Students are sweating bullets, knowing this exam decides if they'll be in the elite S class or the not-so-glamorous F class. The exam hall is full of nervous energy as students scribble away. One student with long white hair seems deep in thought, oblivious to the chaos around her. Naturally, most of the cool. On the other hand, we have Baek-Yu-seol, who rolled into the academy holding the last-place trophy among a whopping 1,141 students. I've already gotten in. Can I just hand in a blank page? What are the odds that they'll expel me? Baek-Yu-seol can be automatically considered to be assigned to the F class if he does nothing. Baek-Yu-seol's eyes widen in realization or perhaps panic, has probably biting his lip, contemplating his next move. A glance around the classroom reveals our laid-back hero, Ma Yu-sung, sitting with a classic and I couldn't care less expression. His hand casually rests on his exam paper, possibly ready to scribble something mundane. Meet Ma Yu-sung, whose name alone suggests he's either a genius or a professional napper. Mayusung looks like he's about to doze off, with his hands supporting his head and a yawn escaping his lips. Baekyusol thinks to himself, he's already like that. The exam paper lies in front of Mayusung, untouched by stress or panic. He's already finished it. Talk about efficiency. No wonder living is boring for him. Mayusung, with his ash-brown hair and piercing yellow eyes, seems to be deep in thought. His crisp school uniform can't hide the aura of indifference he carries. The nature of Mayusung's character is boredom. Mayusung stands amidst a vibrant golden backdrop, his features partially obscured, but his tailored school uniform hints at a life of privilege. He was born in the strongest family in the world, a fact that should be awe-inspiring, but only adds to his ennui. His genius brain and unmatched talent make life a cakewalk, stripping away any challenge or thrill. That's why, depending on how the female lead acted, Mayusung's disposition could swing between good and evil. With a profile that could launch 1,000 ships, Ma ponders the dark demonic humans who work tirelessly to bring ruin upon humanity. In a vivid crimson aura, a mysterious figure, possibly demonic, grins wickedly, their eyes aglow with sinister intent. The dark demonic humans would obviously be very interested in Mayusung. The ominous red fades to black, leaving a sense of foreboding. Well, his biggest issue is his family to begin with, muses Ma, as he encounters another character with similar features, their faces blurred, but exuding an unmistakable vibe of familial connection. Feeling a bit insecure, our main guy is looking at geniuses and thinking how they make him compare himself even more. It's like being in a room full of Einsteins and wondering if you're the only one who can't solve a Rubik's Cube. There's a thud, possibly indicating our dude dropped something, or just a dramatic pause for effect. You know, like when you drop your phone and the whole world stops for a second. Wait a minute. Our guy suddenly wonders if he can use the bulbul glasses on whatever he's looking at. I mean, who wouldn't want magical specs that might make life easier, right? He recalls using those glasses at the library to stack some extra skills. It's like playing a video game and finding a cheat code for infinite wisdom. Nerd life hacks, am I right? With a sense of adventure and nothing to lose, he decides to give it a shot. Fortune favors the bold, or at least those willing to try new eyewear. Ah, the plot thickens. He reaches into his pocket, pulling out the glasses. It's like pulling Excalibur from the stone, but for nerds. The anticipation. Someone notices him pulling out the glasses and questions their origin. It's that moment when you're caught with something you shouldn't have, like sneaking snacks into a movie theater. A shadowy figure looms over our hero, with a blurred face adding to the mystery. The suspense is real. It's like he's about to be called out by the teacher for passing notes. Uh-oh, the authority figure points out that glasses need to be checked before use. Our boy might be in trouble for skipping the rules. Classic rookie mistake. Yep, he remembers that rule now. The realization dawns upon him like when you recall you left the stove on. Oh yeah, he did say that? The mysterious figure offers to examine the glasses. It's like getting your contraband checked by airport security. Fingers crossed they don't find anything weird. The glasses are handed over to the enigmatic figure, and the tension builds. Will our hero's secret be exposed, or is there more to these? Our story takes a mysterious turn as we find ourselves gazing at a gentleman with sleek black hair and a contemplative expression. Has giving off those grow? I've seen some things vibes while staring at something intriguing. Now the plot thickens as this mysterious man holds a pair of glasses which seem to be infused with some magical energy. The glow hints at secrets untold and powers yet to be unleashed. Is he about to unlock some serious wizardry? Cut to a young fellow who's clearly having a rough day. His expression screams, "Ah, now what?" as if the universe just threw another curveball his way. And let's be honest, we've all been there, right? The tension rises as our young friend sweats bullets, looking sharp in his snazzy uniform. He's worried that if anyone discovers the magic hidden in those glasses, he's going to be shown the door. Yikes! The dread of expulsion looms large as he imagines the inevitable get expelled moment. You can almost hear the dramatic music in the background, can't you? Suddenly, a sense of realization hits him. He wonders, as something unexpected catches his attention. Plot twist, anyone? A digital notification pops up, informing him about a missing part of the bulbul glasses. Oh, the drama. It's like losing a sock in the laundry, but way more magical. The young lad is thrown into a panic, giving us that classic surprised anime face. Whatever's happening, it's definitely not according to plan. No, no, he pleads, hoping the system will chill out. Please stay still, system. This is a tech fail at its finest. Meanwhile, our mysterious man stands silent, his face unreadable, has the epitome of calm and collected, like he's seen way worse than magical mishaps. With a flick of his wrist, the man examines the glasses once more, his gaze still as intense as ever. Those glasses are about to spill some serious tea. Finally, he breaks the silence with a stern reminder. I can't feel mana from it. Make sure to ask beforehand next time. It's the kind of advice that could save you a world of trouble. The scene kicks off with our main guy, sweating bullets, as a mysterious hand reaches for his glasses. He's relieved, realizing that the original functions weren't working. Dodged a bullet there, am I right? Then, we see him adjusting his glasses, probably thinking, let's do this. The exam answers appear before him, like magic, and he's feeling like he's just hit the lottery. Has got his game face on now, scribbling down those answers like there's no tomorrow. He's dreaming big, thinking about leaving the F class and maybe even getting a classy upgrade. Just when he's in the zone, the exam finishes. A mysterious figure tells everyone to hand over the papers, leaving our dude in shock. He's like, wait, what? The scene opens with a student, sharply dressed in a uniform, holding a sheet of paper. The air is electric, with energy, as if something big is about to happen. A big "ha!" echoes in the room, capturing the surprise and disbelief of the students as the quiz takes an unexpected turn. An intense face-off ensues, with quiz papers flying around, and another student with a sharp look and a confident stance, ready to take on the challenge. The confident student, arms crossed, exudes an aura of coolness, proclaiming they've just finished answering 3 questions with ease. The disbelief continues as the voice wonders about the rapid answers to the questions, creating an atmosphere of confusion and awe. A mysterious student is seen holding a stack of papers, ready for the next move in this academic battle. A close-up of the mysterious student shows a serious expression, adding to the tension of the quiz showdown. As the tension rises, another student adjusts their glasses, deep in thought, lamenting about their fate in F class. The reflection continues with a thought about Baek Yu-seol, hinting at a significant presence in the academic world. The final scene reveals the student with a curious expression, questioning the unexpected turn of events in the quiz competition. The room is filled with tension as a figure demands, "You, give me those glasses right now." Clearly, someone's got their eyes on a prize, and they aren't taking no for an answer. Another panel shows a close-up of a gloved hand accompanied by the urgent shout, "Hurry!" This person means business, like they're ordering a pizza delivery during the Super Bowl. Next up, we see the confused face of a young man who responds with a bewildered, "Pardon?" as if he just got asked to solve a calculus problem on a roller coaster. The scene shifts to reveal a determined-looking man with striking hair and intense eyes, pondering over the glasses, as like a detective piecing together clues in a mystery novel. As he examines the glasses, he mutters, there's no way. Clearly, these specs hold some secrets or has just realized they're not prescription." Then, without skipping a beat, he directs someone off-screen, saying, "You over there, go bring Dr. Grayan." It's like he's assembling the Avengers, but with more glasses and less spandex. A blonde young man responds with a quick, "Yes, sir." He's ready to jump into action, perhaps wishing he had a cape to match his enthusiasm. In another scene, confusion fills the air as someone wonders what's up with him all of a sudden. Probably feels like the plot twist in a soap opera. Reflecting on his situation, the young man muses, "I even wrote my answering process clearly so I wouldn't get mistaken for cheating." It's the classic panic of a student caught in exam room drama. The thought continues, "Was I caught?" signaling his growing paranoia as the scene fades to a suspenseful void. The final panel introduces a new setting with a mysterious voice asking, "What do you think, Doctor?" The intrigue thickens as we await the doctor's verdict. The scene closes on an empty room with an open door, a doorway. Our story opens with some good old-fashioned skepticism. We've got a silver-haired professor deep in thought, contemplating something that has clearly caught him off guard. Meet Dr. Grayan, the magic engineering professor. He's got his spectacles in hand, glowing with a hint of magic. Seems like he's about to do a little detective work. The professor is suspicious about the student's ability to crack a particularly tough question. But hey, who wouldn't be? And here we have another character who seems like he's about to drop some heavy accusations. But wait, he's interrupted. But hold up, it looks like our mysterious student didn't cheat after all. No magical vibes from the glasses or any items, just pure genius. Turns out, this kid's got skills, solved the whole thing with his own ability. Now that's impressive. The focus shifts to a young student dressed in a snazzy academy uniform. This kid's got the brains that's got everyone talking. Now we hear some laughter. Someone finds this whole situation quite interesting. Dr. Grayan seems genuinely amazed by the student's prowess. The professor instructs Lee Hanwol to make nice with the student. Time to fix that misunderstanding and perhaps start guiding him to greatness. Lee Hanwol acknowledges his mistake with a simple understood. Apologies are in order. Lee Hanwol owns up to his misunderstanding. Good on him for apologizing. Now that's a teachable moment. Finally, a close-up of Lee Hanwol, rocking a serious look, but now hopefully with a lighter heart after the apology. To be honest, our character here admits with a guilty conscience, I did cheat. It's one of those moments where you just gotta come clean, right? The scene shifts to a young man with messy brown hair, smiling awkwardly as he thinks to himself. Seems like he's relieved that the original functions didn't work, whatever they might be. Has advised with a casual poem. It happens. Please be careful moving forward. Meanwhile, his thinking, lucky me as long as I don't get caught. Living on the edge, aren't we? The story kicks off with a breathtaking blue sky dotted with clouds, setting a calm and peaceful tone for the day. The scene transitions to the rooftops of an impressive academy, hinting at the grandeur of the institution. A close-up of a beautiful castle-like building reveals its intricate architectural design, adding to the prestigious feel. As we zoom in further, we spot the entrance of the building, leading us into the world of academia. The door sign reads Professor's Office, Lee Hanwol, introducing us to a key location in this academic world. Inside, Professor Lee Hanwol is busy at work, surrounded by stacks of papers. This guy looks like he means business. The professor is deeply engrossed in grading, and we see a close-up of a paper with a big red circle marked on it. Uh-oh, someone might not be happy. He ponders over the papers, giving off a serious vibe as he evaluates each one. The suspense is real. A new character enters the scene, addressing the professor by name, confirming his identity, Lee Hanwol. The conversation hints at the exam papers being for the incoming freshman class, sparking interest in what lies ahead for these students. The professor acknowledges, confirming that indeed these are the exam papers for the newbies. Our new character, a woman, expresses her excitement about the new batch of students, suggesting they have some unique personalities. We finally learn her identity through a dramatic reveal. Apparently, someone is having a pretty chill conversation, making it clear that something is apparent. It's like when your friend casually confirms a rumor you were half sure about. The blurred face man seems to be engaged in a conversation. The sharp suit and confident posture suggest has a man of importance, possibly discussing some serious business. A fiery emblem, bursting with magical energy, fills the scene, hinting at some serious fire magic coming into play. It's like the world just got a little hotter. Introducing the fiery princess from the renowned family in fire class magic, she's not just any royalty, she's got the flame in her veins. Hong Byeon, the princess of Adolabit, the kingdom of flames. She's got that regal vibe with fiery powers to match. This girl is not just playing with fire, she's owning it. Jeremy Scalvin, the young prodigy who snagged the crown prince position at the tender age of 12. Talk about a kid who knows his magical stuff. Jeremy Scalvin, who outdid all his older brothers in the race for the crown. He's not just a prince, he's the top dog in the empire, flexing his magical prowess. And then we have a dude from the world's greatest magic tower, the Full Moon Tower, looking all mysterious and powerful. The successor of the Magic Tower Master, Hei Wonryang, stepping into the spotlight. This guy's got some serious magic chops. Some mystical ambience, like the calm before the storm, or just a pause for dramatic effect. The magic is in the air, Literally, the buzz around the exam questions, apparently tough to set with so many elite students. It's not just any test, it's the ultimate showdown of magical brains. The blurred face person seems pleased with the exam's difficulty level, surrounded by sparkles like they're relishing a job well done. The other blurred face individual expresses gladness about the reception of the exam questions, like they just nailed a tough challenge. A moment of contemplation with someone holding a paper, perhaps reflecting on the exam or the answers. The intense focus is real, an intense gaze from someone, deep in thought, or maybe evaluating something important. Those eyes mean business. As Professor Edelteiman mentioned, this year's class placement test has thrown a curveball with a new type of question. Students are holding their breath as they face these mysterious papers. The first 3 questions were crafted to stump those who study in the usual way. Ordinary ain't gonna cut it here, folks. These questions have an agenda, and the intentions behind them are anything but straightforward. Flexibility is the name of the game. If you can't solve it, can you move on like a boss? Now, how would you tackle a problem that's not in any textbook you flip through? The age of magic, where memorizing spells and theories ruled the day, is history. A shadowy figure stands, his face blurred, holding a paper. Who could this be? Welcome to the era of combat that demands quick judgment and creative thinking. Can you keep up? Yet, there's a plot twist. Those questions weren't meant to be solved. What trickery is this? Out of 141 students, over 1,000 chose to leave those questions blank. Playing it safe, eh? Of the daring 100 who tried, hey there! So the new batch of students is in, and out of the crowd, only 3 managed to ace all 3 questions. Talk about brainiacs, right? Enter Ma Yusung, the prodigy of the century. This guy is like a comet, popping out of nowhere with a mysterious background. He's got that enigmatic vibe going on. Then we meet Flame. This girl got in through the principal's recommendation, and despite being a commoner, she's recognized for her talent. She's almost giving Ma Yusung a run for his money. And now, the spotlight falls on Baek Yuseol. His scores are baffling, like a puzzle that doesn't fit. Despite having the lowest admission score, he solved all the questions. What's the deal with this guy? Ma Yusung and Flame are considered geniuses, but the real shocker is Baek Yuseol. The dude didn't seem the type to crack all those questions, especially when he couldn't solve any of the other problems. Someone's been keeping tabs on these scores, wondering why there's such a keen interest in these new students. Seems like there's one student whose score just doesn't add up. It's like trying to solve a mystery without a clue. The discussion goes deeper, pondering about the unsolvable problems. It's suggested that one could solve them without really knowing anything at all. Do you think this child could be a genius? That's the big question from our serious-looking, dark-haired gentleman as he addresses his partner. She's got her doubts, though, suggesting it might just be a coincidence. As if these two are weighing the scales of destiny. In the room, filled with more books than my grandma's attic, the conversation takes a turn. It's not just any child they're talking about. It's a kid whose talents have caught some big attention. We're talking special admission because of his blink ability. Sounds like some next-level magic stuff, right? Now, the focus shifts to a document on the table with a young boy's photo. This kid's ability to control blink got him a ticket straight into the school, thanks to the principal's personal recommendation. Is this kid the real deal, or just a lucky shot? Our man is deep in thought, wondering if this kid, given a golden ticket by the principal himself, is different. That's the kind of thing that keeps you up at night. A mage combat student specializing in blink. They say, well, find out soon enough if this is just a coincidence or if the kid's got the goods. The final note leaves us hanging. Is it just a random fluke, or does this kid have something truly special? Stay tuned to find out. The Magic School is abuzz with students eagerly discussing the class assignments. Anxiety is running high as they hope to land a spot in Class A, and the stress levels are through the roof. A student grumbles about having to check class assignments in person, missing the convenience of doing it with a click in the game. If only real life had a check button. Students gather around the bulletin board, eyes scanning for their names. Their futures in the academy depend on these assignments. Among the students, one catches the attention of others. Is he Baek Yuseol, Whispers fly about his questionable entrance test results. Rumor has it Baek-Yusuk scored a 0 on the magic application test, yet here he is, a student of Stella Academy. Talk about a plot twist. Disbelief spreads among the students. How could someone with such a score waltz into Stella? The scene kicks off with a pair of stylish boots making their way across a wooden floor. The owner of these boots clearly has no time for anyone's babble and just wants to check his class and bounce. Feeling like he's too cool for school, he thinks to himself, whatever, ramble all you want. I'll just check what class I got and leave. As he approaches the magical glowing list, he thinks, not that it matters. But we all know it does, because who doesn't want to know where they stand? The list is all fancy and purple, looking like it's straight out of a magical library. He's scanning the list, looking for his name, but his name's missing. He's like, huh? And starts to panic a little. My name's not here? They didn't fail me because I only solved 3 questions, did they? The realization hits him like a ton of bricks, and he's having a mini existential crisis. No way. Am I gonna die now? He's clearly overthinking, but hey, we've all been there. Then, as if things couldn't get any stranger, he spots the name Baek-Yuseol on the list. Baek-Yuseol? Why on earth is he wonders, probably thinking there's some kind of cosmic joke at play. The final nail in the coffin comes when he concludes, this has to be a mistake. Something's off here. I know, right? Oslek from Marquis Czechbalin ranked 29th and got into Class A, though. Even Kyle got placed in Class B by scoring perfectly on the theory section and ranked 17th. So why is someone like him? What's going on? Something's weird. Should I check it out? Our protagonist is taken aback by the sudden commotion in the hall. His eyes widen as he spots his name in unexpected places. Oh, S. Zuul. Why is my name written over there? Completely stunned, he stares at the board with his name shining brightly. This can't be. What's going on? Our protagonist is in a state of shock, his golden eyes wide with disbelief. Something unexpected has just happened, leaving him puzzled and questioning reality. His expression is a mix of surprise and concern. He's wearing a sharp uniform, complete with a white shirt and a navy blazer with gold trim, looking every bit the part of a student from an elite academy. The scene shifts to a grand and ornate setting, a place that all students aspire to be part of, Class S. It's the creme de la creme, the pinnacle of academic achievement at Stella Academy. The grandeur of Stella Academy is depicted with its majestic towers and an aura of magic surrounding it. This is the academy where only the best of the best gather. Stella Academy is the hub for the top-tier students, the cream of the crop, where the most exceptional magic users gather. It's the place everyone dreams of. Unlike the other grades with several classes, Class S is unique. It boasts only 41 students, all grouped together in one exclusive class. The details of Class S continue. It's so special that it only comprises one class of 41 students, making it a highly coveted and elite group. Our protagonist is hit with the reality of his new status. He's been assigned to the prestigious S grade. But instead of feeling thrilled, he's spiraling into disbelief, convinced it's a mistake and it's driving him a bit bonkers. He stands amongst his peers, scratching his head with visible frustration. His brow is furrowed, clearly not thrilled about the unexpected promotion to Class S. Behind him, a blurred figure adds to the mysterious atmosphere. Has resigned to his fate. Being in Class S means he'll be mingling with the main characters more often. It's a double-edged sword, as he knows this could spell trouble. Getting too close to the protagonist is dangerous, he muses. Has convinced that any entanglement with them will only hasten his demise, which is already on a fast track. Defeated, he thinks, I can't even change my class. It's clear he's caught in a situation he can't easily escape from. He resolves to fly under the radar. Keeping a low profile is his best bet, even if it means blending into the background and avoiding the spotlight. With determination, he strides forward, committed to staying out of the limelight. His body language suggests he's ready to do whatever it takes to remain unnoticed. Meet our protagonist, a young man standing in an ornate hall, silently contemplating his ability to manage whatever challenges lie ahead. His thoughts float above him, giving us a peek into his inner resolve. The camera pans down to showcase his dapper uniform, all sharp lines and gold trims, like he's about to step onto a stage for a grand performance. Nearby, a mysterious young woman, dressed in a similar fashionable ensemble, remains silent. Her expression is hidden, leaving us guessing what's on her mind. Ah, the world of magic schools. Nothing like a bright blue sky to start the day, right? We're about to dive into Chapter 9 of this mystical adventure, so hold on to your broomsticks. Behold the majestic Magic Academy, standing tall with its impressive architecture. You can almost hear the students chattering and the spells being cast. Not much happening here, just a quiet corner of the school. Maybe it's the calm before the storm? Things start to get tense as we move into a dimly lit room. The atmosphere is thick with anticipation, like something's about to go down. And bam! The tension snaps as we see a cloaked figure seemingly summoning some serious magical energy. The sound effects are all shoom and crack as something big is happening. Cut to a floor shot, and a mysterious voice echoes, "You got 3 questions wrong? Uh-oh, someone's in trouble." Even Princess Isel of the fallen Malf Duchy got 2 questions right, the voice continues, adding salt to the wound. Seems like our character is being compared to some royal competition. Meet the professor from the elemental class, specializing in fire elements, Hong Yil. She's got that disappointed look, and she's not holding back. Professor Hong Yil is grilling her student, claiming, "You weren't able to answer questions even insects got correct." Ouch, that's gotta sting. Bion is on the floor, looking defeated. The pressure is real as she's told to think of herself as a bug and redo whatever she failed at. "Do you understand, Bion?" asks the professor, adding a personal twist to this harsh lesson. With a resigned "yes, mother," Bion acknowledges her professor mother's harsh. The scene opens with a woman in a majestic purple outfit, exuding an aura of authority. Her silver hair is beautifully styled, and she seems to be addressing someone with gravity. The younger girl, Bion, is shown from behind, her head lowered in what appears to be a moment of reflection or submission. The older woman sighs, setting the stage for an important conversation. The focus shifts to the woman's face, revealing her determination as she speaks to Bion. She advises her to listen and absorb the wisdom she's about to impart. With Bion looking up at her, the woman emphasizes her point, urging Bion not to become like her, a figure once chased out of the kingdom, now clinging to a professor position. The older woman's voice carries a mix of regret and urgency as she tells Bion she cannot afford to become the kingdom's shame. The conversation deepens with the woman revealing her past struggles and the burden of her current role. Her story serves as a cautionary tale for Bion. As the dialogue continues, the woman reinforces her message, stressing that Bion should not inherit the shame that she bears. A close-up shows the woman comforting Bion, her hand gently resting on her head. The emotional tension is palpable as the woman urges Bion to rise above her circumstances. The scene transitions to a moment of introspection, with abstract imagery suggesting the gravity of the situation. Bion is urged to become a better existence than her sister. The heartfelt exchange culminates with the woman, white-haired protagonist is confronted with a question. You understand what I mean, right? The tension is palpable, like a storm brewing in a teacup. The pink-haired girl with red eyes is seen in profile, her face drawn with a mix of defiance and vulnerability. Who is she, and why does she seem so burdened? The white-haired character replies, "Of course, mother." There's a sense of resignation in her words, as if she's been through this dance before. The atmosphere grows heavier as the conversation hangs in the air, unspoken words and emotions swirling like a tempest. She admits to herself, "I don't understand." The weight of her confusion is almost visible, a cloak she can't shake off. Her outfit is a mix of elegance and rebellion, like a uniform tailored for someone who refuses to fit the mold. Her internal monologue reveals a life dictated by teachings and unlearned lessons, a labyrinth of spells and formulas she never mastered. A close-up of her lips quivering, a silent cry for help echoing in the silence. It's like watching a dam about to burst. She whispers why, a question as old as time, filled with the ache of unspoken pain. Her eyes, a storm of emotion, plead, "Why are you tormenting me?" The tormentor remains unseen, like a shadow lurking just out of sight. Her long hair cascades down, a pink waterfall against the dark fabric, framing her distress. A blank space, a pause in the narrative, the calm before the storm, perhaps. The scene shifts to a new location, The scene unfolds in a lively classroom with students seated and chatting. The air is filled with murmurs as they prepare for the lesson ahead. A single student, burdened with his own thoughts, wonders if he's in over his head. Ha, I'm screwed, he thinks, feeling the weight of being surrounded by what he considers social weirdos. His internal monologue continues. Of course, I was assigned to a place chock full of social weirdos. Not that I was going to try and hang out with high schoolers. Confusion clouds his mind as he questions, just how is he here, referring to a particular student. Still puzzled, he admits, that's what I'm saying, I just can't figure it out. Rumors swirl about Baek Yusol's presence in the S class. Parents have protested, only to be told that Baek Yusol has the qualifications to be in the S class. Another student, hiding behind a hand, shares the juicy gossip. Did you know? Our parents protested and asked why he's in the S class. Disbelief echoes. Really? That doesn't make any sense, as the students grapple with the news. Sitting pensively, the student resigns. Well, it looks like I'm an outcast. His expression reflects his outsider status. Reflecting on his peers' dedication, he muses. Then again, they've been working hard since they were young. Accepting his fate, he reasons. So I'd be frustrated too if a known dunce like me was in the same class as them. Understanding the system, he notes, well, one's class changes according to their performance after every test, so that's fine. With a hint of determination, there is a buzz in the air as someone is foreseeing a future where a male student will rise from A class to S class. Intriguing, right? But whoever's thinking that decides to just chill and figure it out later. This idea of rising classes is pretty fascinating, isn't it? Meanwhile, students are just hanging around, chatting it up. There's a blonde guy who seems pretty impressed, and then there's this purple-haired dude just sitting there, maybe pondering the universe, or just what's for lunch. Oh wait, these students in front of him are like game characters. They're not just any game characters, though. Most of these students are going to be big shots someday. We're talking worldwide fame, y'all. However, there's a twist. About 5 of these soon-to-be stars might just switch sides and betray the magic world. Dun dun dun. One of them is a guy named Ma Yusong. He's got that brooding, mysterious vibe going on, maybe plotting some epic tales or just wondering why the cafeteria never has enough burgers. Now, if only Flame could stop that betrayal business, things might just get cozy. But hey, wishful thinking, right? Someone sitting deep in thought, probably dreaming of magic classes, or maybe just a nap. Suddenly, the room's atmosphere changes as someone enters, telling everyone to chill out. Looks like class is about to get real. A figure stands at the doorway, commanding presence. The scene opens with a young student, possibly nervous or excited, experiencing the new environment of what seems to be an academy. The room buzzes with that typical first-day vibe, filled with murmurs and whispers. A mysterious man stands confidently at the front, greeting the students with a warm pans. It's nice to meet you all. His presence is commanding, and you can almost feel the students' curiosity peaking. Continuing his speech, the man acknowledges that some might recognize him, but insists on introducing himself formally. The tension builds as students anticipate his identity. He reveals himself as Lee Hanwol, the professor of the S class. With such a title, you know this guy means serious business. He's the type that probably drinks his coffee black and wrestles bears on weekends. A student's internal monologue reveals that this Lee Hanwol isn't just any professor, but a renowned figure. He's taken down nearly 1,000 dark demonic humans, earning himself the title of a 7th-class magic warrior. Talk about having a killer resume. Professor Lee continues, urging the class to settle down. His seasoned eyes scan the room, acknowledging the talent that sits before him. His gaze pauses, identifying a student he finds particularly unique. You can bet this kid's going to be the Harry Potter of the academy. The professor explains the purpose of the academy, to foster combat mages. This isn't your typical school, it's where future magic warriors are forged. He outlines the intense 3-year high school education awaiting them. It's not going to be a walk in the park, but more like a sprint through a battlefield. Lee Hanwol doesn't sugarcoat it. He admits he doesn't expect everyone to keep up with the pace, but challenges them to give their best shot. In closing, he encourages the students to show their potential within the given time. All right, class is in session. Our mystery teacher, looking all serious with his dark hair slicked back, stands at the helm asking, "Any questions?" The room is quiet, students either too shy or too cool to say anything. Our teacher, still rocking that business look in his sleek suit, decides it's time to kick off the lesson. The classroom's got that fancy, old-school vibe, high ceilings and all. Just when things seem to settle, someone makes a dramatic entrance. It's a girl with long, flowing white and pink hair. Looks like she's about to shake things up. Zooming in on this mysterious girl, her eyes are a striking red, and she's rocking a sharp school uniform. This girl's got everyone curious. Meanwhile, another student is thinking, "Wait, Hongbyeon, the rule follower is late. What gives?" Clearly, this isn't your average day in class. The teacher and this new girl are now front and center, a scene straight out of a drama. The students are all ears, waiting to see what unfolds next. Our mysterious girl's got questions of her own. Her inner thoughts are like, did something happen? There's definitely more to this story. All right, folks, we've got our smart-looking dude here, rocking those bulbul glasses like a pro. He's about to unveil some juicy secrets, so hold on to your seats. Now, the glasses are spilling the tea on Hongbyeon Adel a bit. She's a villainess, a fire mage, and has a bizarre love for red ginseng candy. But hold up, it says she's guaranteed to die. Yikes! This isn't what our guy was expecting. With a furrowed brow and a hint of frustration, he's realizing this is a bigger puzzle than he thought. Close-up time. Our sleuth isn't giving up just yet. Those golden eyes are locked onto the truth like a hawk. With a side profile that screams sophistication, has pondering over the fate of Hongbyeon, trying to connect the dots. Guaranteed to die. Our character is deep in thought, processing the gravity of those ominous words. Now, there's some chatter about flames in a cell, revealing a grim connection. Does this tie into Hongbyeon's fate? Cell and flames spell doom for Hongbyeon, highlighting a tragic destiny intertwined with both. A glimpse of this mysterious Cell, her white hair and serene demeanor adding layers to this mystery. The inevitable fate of a villainess, our character thinks, and it's like his reading a script from a melodrama. He wishes he could save her, but feels helpless, realizing he's not in a position to play the hero. Those glasses are coming off, and he's telling someone to go sit down, perhaps acknowledging the limits of his involvement. He feels bad, but realizes he can only watch from afar, maintaining a safe distance from the unfolding drama. Our main guy, now seated, contemplates the chaos around him. With a blurred face, his thoughts are a mystery. We catch a glimpse of a young guy with brown hair and golden eyes who's looking all sorts of puzzled. He's got that something's not right here vibe going on. Our guy seems to be in a room, maybe a classroom, and he suddenly goes, like he's just spotted something out of the ordinary. Enter the girl with long pink hair and red eyes, standing in front of our boy. Her presence is enough to make him go wide-eyed. Clearly, she's no ordinary student. The setting feels like a school, and the two are seated at a desk. The tension is palpable, as if the air itself is whispering secrets. Now we zoom in on the girl's face, and there's a hint of something mysterious about her, like she's holding on to some magical secrets, or perhaps just a really intense skincare routine. Our guy's face is partly obscured, but his expression suggests he's either seeing something unbelievable or just realized he left the stove on at home. With a our dude seems more confused than a cat in a laser pointer factory. He's definitely seen something that shakes him up. The scene shifts slightly, showing the boy's arm on the table. It seems like he's about to make a move or just trying to steady himself from the shock. The girl looks serene, maybe even a bit amused, while our boy is sweating bullets, probably wondering how he ended up in this situation. There is a blurred part, but our guy is clearly asking, "What is this?" His curiosity is through the roof. A feeling of unease creeps in as the words "this feeling that hang in the air," like an unfinished sentence. The thought continues. Things are getting twisted right from the start.